Hey, welcome back to the Gospel Music Training Center. This is JP, Jonathan Powell. Thank you for tuning in to another video tutorial. Today we're going to be doing chords and progressions that relate to the song, Bless the Lord. Now this song, the title of this song, there's a lot of different songs that have this same particular type of title, so I want you to know that the version that we're going to be doing is by Anthony Brown, okay? And we're going to be in the key of D major. One thing that I have to point out is D is not a hard key to play in. As soon as you say D major to some musicians, they run for the hills because that may be a key that they're not used to playing in, but that doesn't mean that this key is hard to play in. It's just that you may be unfamiliar with this key, okay? So make sure that you have the mindset going in that this isn't hard, you're just unfamiliar with the key. And how do you get more familiar with something? With practicing the same steps and processes that you use to get comfortable in other keys like the flats, like D flat, E flat, and A flat. The more common keys that urban gospel music is played in, you have to do the same thing with the key of D major. All right, now another thing that I have to say about this song is that we have to adjust the music to just the keyboard, because if you're playing by yourself, it's just a keyboard. Now there's different things that you could play to kind of make the song sound closer to it, like maybe having a key bass sound on one side of the keyboard and then some other sounds stacked on top of each other at the upper part of the keyboard. But this song has a lot of different instruments involved, from guitars to synth hits to strings to synth brass type of sound. So I have to adjust the chords, especially for the guitar, because in the beginning the guitar is, it's more so the main part of the song is carried by the guitar. So that's the part that we have to adjust and adjust it to the keyboard so it kind of sounds closer to the song. So I'm going to step away from trying to play it exactly like the record. We have to adjust so it can sound close to the record. So I would say that I'm playing it wrong, but I'm not necessarily playing it wrong. It's like more so an adjustment to the song, okay, so it can work just for the keyboard. All right, now in take two, we're going to play it more closely to the record because we have the backing track and everything to practice with, so that works for that. All right, so let's jump into the scale and the number system for D major. So D is the 1, E is the 2, F sharp is the 3, G is the 4, A is the 5, all right, so from here it goes basically right back to the top. Okay. Oh, you can do those chords. So then it changes. It goes to the 6, to the flat 7, to the 2, to the 3. So after you do that little, you do it a good amount of times. I can't remember how many times around, but there's a change that happens, and it goes from the 6 to the flat 7. So on the 6, you're basically playing a D major chord over B. Okay, which is the same thing as playing a B minor 7 chord, okay? So that's on the 6th tone. And then you go to the flat 7, which is C, and you play like a C major 9 chord. So you could play D, E, G, and B, or you can play B, D, E, G, and B. So the melody that I have on top is on the 6th tone, I have the A as the melody of the chord. You can fill it up if you want to. And then go to the flat 7. And now we're going to go to the 2. So on the 2, what I have is E in the left hand, and then G, C, D, E, and G. So this is a C major with the add 9 over the E bass. And then we go to the F sharp. So I have F sharp in the left hand, and then A, D, E, F sharp and A. So this is a D major add 9 over F sharp. So here we are, 6 to the flat 7, to the 2, to the 3, and then it does again, 6, flat 7, then it breaks on the 5, okay? And this is that same chord that we've been playing on the 5 from the boom, 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 boom. It's the same exact chord, so you've played this numerous times. I showed you different approaches even to it as well, okay? But it's pretty much the G major 9 over A. And then we're gonna go to the next part. Now, one thing to point out is when you go from that B to the C, which is the 6 to the flat 7, on the last one, you're gonna be building up. Then you're gonna break, okay? So on that last B to the C, hit that bass, boom, 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 then break. And now we're in a tag. Okay, so it's boom, boom, boom. So basically when you hit, you're gonna hit on a D. And I'm gonna open up with the synth. Okay, so I have a synth sound now. Boom, 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 boom. So from the B, and then, so it's like this. So now I'm playing this walk, and I have this D major chord I'm hitting with. D, F sharp, A, and D. Okay, D, F sharp, A, and D. Okay, so hit on the D, and right to it. That's C, C sharp, D, 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 D. So walk up to C, walk up to D, and then hit the low D. Boom, 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 ba-da-dum, boom, 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 ba-ba-dum, boom, boom, boom. That's a groove. Boom, 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 ba-da-dum. And that part is C, B, D. Okay, so C, B, D, and then back to the walk up. Ba-ba-dum, boom, boom. So I'll do it slow. So from the build up.